So now I will be taking you through a quick demo of how this quick replenishment application works in our mobile. So we'll be covering two processes. First, we will be covering the way ambulance is going to be restocked, and then we'll be covering the way the bins are already loaded into the ambulance. So let me switch to my mobile. So here we have our Storekeeper application, wherein the quick replenishment option is going to be available for the paramedics person. So in the Storekeeper, see, there are various options for the stores person to manage the stores effectively. So we are going to go to the quick replenishment action. So the moment the ambulance arrives at the loading station, the paramedics person is going to come here and do the replenishment of the ambulance. So first he shall get into the restock ambulance. See, the ambulance which has arrived into the loading station is going to be first identified. So let's take the first responder ambulance as arrived. So he's going to select the ambulance, and all the bins that are there inside this ambulance are going to be listed for him. So he can identify what are the bins that are used. So in this case, we are going to see a medication bag which is already there inside the ambulance. It is open and there are some items that are consumed from the medication bag. So what the paramedics person is going to do is he's going to replace that bin with the already preloaded medication bag. So for that, he's going to click the scan icon, which is next to the replacement bin, and he's going to scan the barcode of the bin. Just let me quickly get my barcode. So here you see the medication bin is scanned, and then he's going to scan the IV start kit as well. So he's going to click the replacement bin, and that is also scanned. So the replacement bins, whatever that are there, is identified now. And now the paramedics person can quickly view the summary of whatever the replacement needs to be done. And finally, he can confirm the replenishment. So with this, the ambulance is ready to be departed for the next run. And then the further steps can be performed in the loading area. So in the loading area, so the bins that are already taken out of the ambulance, they can be selected and returned back to the main location. So the temporary location where the required checks can be done, once it is completed, it can be transferred to the main location. And the main location is the main storeroom where the bags are going to be refilled. So now that these bags are there in the main location, the paramedics, the storekeeper who is the in charge of the main location, he can go to the restock bins tab and he can select the bin, whatever that is that has been taken out of the ambulance. And it's going to list down all the items that are there inside this bin. So in this medication bag, we have the first aid kit. Also, we have a epinephrine solution. So as you see here, so in case if the items has shelf life control, we will be indicating the remaining shelf life of the item so that the person is aware that, okay, this item is nearing shelf life and he needs to act upon the same. So now in this use case, there are some first aid kits that are consumed. So the user is going to update the consumed first aid kits. So once the used quantity is updated, the person can proceed with the identification of the replenishment quantity. So you can click this add line and it's going to show up the main bin from where the items are going to be replenished back into the medication bin. So here you can update the quantity. So similar to the way we saw, a scan can be used for restocking the ambulances wherein the bins are scanned. In case if the items are barcoded, the person can also use this barcode icon to scan and fill the items for it. Once this is done, view summary can be clicked, and again he can review all the items that needs to be replaced, whether he has properly identified them or not, and then finally click the replenish button. On click of replenish, the item shall be replenished successfully. So as you saw here, see, it hardly took for me not more than a couple of minutes to complete the recycling process. So the paramedics person, if this solution is used, he can complete the restocking of ambulance in no time. So all he needs to do is identify the used bins, provide them to the loading area, and then already packed bins shall be replaced into the ambulance and it can proceed. So that's the demo which we have. And so that with that, if we have any questions, we can take Suprata.
Thank you, Rajesh. So in case any of our attendees have any questions, it will be great if you can drop it into the QA bar you see on top of your top right panel. So we'll be able to take it up. So Rajesh, let's take a look at some of the overall questions we have so far. So one thing that people notice is that this mobile solution that we have, EAM360, right? It is working exclusively for IBM Maximo. So this paramedic solution that you have just shown us, is this also very exclusive to IBM Maximo? Or can someone's using, say, SAP or some other software, can they also make use of the same solution on mobile?
Okay. Yeah. So even though this solution, what we have developed, right, Suprata, it's coupled with Maximo, we provide option to be integrated with any other system. So this is not a tightly coupled solution with Maximo. As long as database of inventory is available, this solution can be used, be it SAP or any other system that is available.
Got it, Rajesh. So what I understand is no matter what system or software someone else is using, they'll be able to take this up and use it as if it was their own, very seamlessly.
Correct.
They don't have to
Yes.
go through the entire like long drawn process. That is very helpful. Thank you. So let us look at something else that we have. Excuse me. Another quick question. So we've seen a little bit about the scanning functionality that you've just shown us, right? So one question is, so how does it really impact the efficiency at which we're doing this? Can you elaborate a little bit more about the scanning function overall and how this makes this the entire process a lot more efficient?
Okay. So say scanning, the first thing that it's going to do is it's going to cut down the human errors in typing. So typically in storerooms, most of the items will be either barcoded or it can be a QR code that is there. So be it an item, be it a bin, everything will be generally codified. So when the paramedics, since the paramedics person, for him, the time is very crucial. So if it is going to be scanned, so it's going to be a flash of second, the items value is going to be filled. And so the scanning is going to highly reduce the time that is taken for the replacement process. So with that, we will be able to ensure that the ambulance is ready for the next run in no time.
Got it. So that is very helpful, I think, to understand how scanning really quickens up processes when you're at a very critical stage overall. So we have a very quick follow-up to that. So I think in the demo you've shown this with your mobile app, right? Your mobile device. So can the same scanning function be done with, say, another handheld scanner? So is that possible?
Yes, Supraja. So our app solution, right? So it can
Mm-hmm,
be integrated with any scanner that is available. So
mm-hmm.
say one of our clients also use integration with a Zebra scanner. So Zebra being a famous brand in scanners, right? We have already integrated with them. And if any of the users are looking out for any other handle scanners, we can integrate them quickly with the SDKs that is provided by them.
Okay, that is very interesting. So I guess anytime anyone with any device that they have for scanning, I think we should be able to get that integrated with EAM360 is what I understand.
Yes, Supraja. Yes.
Mm-hmm. That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one question that has come
Mhm.
up.
Okay.
So, so we saw that there is the shelf life, remaining shelf life that is indicated. So the question has come up saying like, in case if the item is already expired, is there any indicators for this, those kind of items in the solution? Yes, we do have a indicator for it. So in case if the item is already expired or if it is nearing expiry, we have provided a configurable option for the users. So based on that, if the item is expired, it shall be in red. So the use case, whatever we saw in demo, we saw that the item had close to 1 year of remaining shelf life, and so it was in green. If users want the items that are going to be quickly expired highlighted, so we have a configurable option for the same.
Okay. So I think we've got a couple of questions down, and we have had a very quick and very well couple 30-minute webinar so far, right? So just a quick summarize. We have gone through a very quick introduction about EAM360, our mobile solution. We have looked at various challenges and various overall supply roadblocks that any paramedical staff, paramedical team, or just say a paramedical unit could face when it comes to their overall inventory support for their ambulances. We have seen about how this can be done very quickly and very efficiently with a mobile solution, and how EAM360 has a very focused and some sort of custom created, you could even say, solution for paramedical staff to make sure their supply is done very well. And we've gone through a very quick QA session where we've spoken about how EAM360 can also provide the solution across various other platforms. Like say not just for IBM Maximo, you can also get this done for SAP or any other software people are using. We have also gotten to know a little bit more about the scanning aspect of it, right? How quickly you can integrate with different tools and how your data is also very extensive and how you can leverage that could also be made extensive. So I think that should bring us to the end of a very crisp 30-minute webinar, I would say. So once again, I would like to thank you, Rajesh, for giving us a very well curated presentation overall for our audience's benefit. And I would like to thank every single person who's joined us here today to get through our solution and try to share your thoughts as well. So in case you have any questions at all or any follow-ups that you would like to ask us, I would encourage you to head to our website, come contact us via email, and just drop any questions you have. Our team at EAM360 would be happy to come back to you over this. So with that, I think it is time for us to close the session. Rajesh?
Yes, Supraja.
Perfect.
So
So,
I thank every one of you who has joined this session.
mhm.
And say if you have any questions, you can drop by and we'll be glad to reach out with the solution. Thank you all.
Pardon. Thank you very much. I'll be closing the webinar right now.